Everybody makes mistakes, all right? And it's valuable to own up to them and learn. That's how we grow. Fortunately, I didn't make any this year, but I hope that you guys all learn from yours, all right? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, okay, Jesus, all right, oh my God, all right. Maybe this year I might have not been 100% correct once or twice, okay?
This time, I think you're only 99% right.
Let's just ease in with the mild stuff. I totally flubbed some predictions on movies this year. For starters, I thought Argyle was going to be so much fun. Like, star-studded cast, spy thriller, this one sounded so good.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Yeah, that was a real letdown, but that was deceptive marketing. These other predictions are just me not reading the room at all. So I stream with Despot of Antrim and Echo Chamberlain on Echo's channel, and we did some predictions earlier this year. This guy thought that everyone would be tired of meta humor and Deadpool and Wolverine would be a huge flop. Also, that the Despicable Me franchise was losing steam, and that the sorta sequel to a 90s action movie about tornadoes was gonna bomb hard.
Every word of what you just said was wrong.
Honestly, I should have known the power of the Minions, and that movie was actually enjoyable. Twisters didn't make like an absolute killing, but it did turn a profit, and I thought that it would get ignored by everyone. But Deadpool? Oh my God. It didn't flop. It wasn't like average. It is the highest grossing R-rated film of all time. Why are you so stupid? And then there was the DreamWorks glazing. The high that I got from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was so great that my spirits were unable to be dampened by Ruby Gillman or yet another Trolls movie. I was even buoyed by Orion and the Dark, which is on Netflix, and it's good. I was praising the company every chance I got, and I had nothing but confidence in Kung Fu Panda 4.
I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you! How dare you! Learn something from this!
I was so disappointed in that one. And then a sequel to Megamind also hit in March, plopping directly onto Peacock. If you haven't heard of it, it's probably better that way. But you know what? Hey, at least they got Wild Robot right, huh? And Dogman and the Bad Guys 2 look like a lot of fun, right? And then there's this lazy crap. Moving on! Last year was the first time I did this, and I was not excited about Hawkeye or his replacement, Kate Bishop. There were some very lengthy comments explaining his merit and hers, and I gave them another look through those different perspectives. And you know what? There is some quality there. I still think it's a bit of an overcorrection to praise them effusively, but they are solid characters. And the same thing happened again this year when I stated that I did not enjoy Dark Souls 2. In a similar situation, I think that one has vociferous defenders because it is widely panned, but I gave it another shot, this time as a heavy melee character instead of the dark mage build that I had used the first time. I'm having a really good time. They were trying new things, but there is plenty to appreciate in that game.
Perhaps I treated you too harshly.
See, the trouble with talking about things online is that there can never be average. I do think that Dark Souls 2 is still my least favorite of the series, but that doesn't make it bad. The others are just better. And this is still a really fun game, and very different. If you haven't given it a shot in a while, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, just like I was. Oh, but the end of the year. The end of the year was rough. For starters, I was aboard the hype train for Arcane Season 2. And honestly, with good reason. Season 1, that's some of the best television that you can watch. No qualifiers. It's that good. Then the second season dropped in 3 sets. And I enjoyed the first 3 episodes with 1 or 2 little cracks in the foundation that I had the utmost confidence would be explained. Second set happened, and they were all right, if a little confusing and all over the place. But the emotional ending just made me forget all of that. Then the final set dropped, and I was certain that they were just going to tie it all together. And I had already agreed to be on B-Sup the Monday after it came out. I still wanted to love it. There are good parts, and there's so much potential in that show, especially second season. And I tried to defend it on the stream. Like I wasn't going to just be a hater just because it didn't live up to my lofty expectations. I still think it's like an 8, 8.5.
No, okay, you weren't. You were coping.
Yeah, we've discussed it a lot around the house, just my family. And There are genuinely really cool parts. There's emotional parts. There's interesting ideas. But the things that they missed on, they weren't little things. Major, gigantic plot points are just simply forced. Character motivations, turn on a dime. There is some terrible writing in here that seems to be done only to serve the predestined final episode big fight or to tie into the existing game lore or character skins. There are character decisions that just don't make any sense. Anytime someone tries to do a time loop plot, it always falls apart. It's just not very good, even with the better parts shining through. What sucks is that I was so pumped to make a big, long video or like a series of videos this coming year about how the 2 seasons work together, how amazing it all is. I was so happy to have something worth getting worked up over. We really are in a dull time for entertainment. I don't know if it's like rose-colored glasses, looking at the things in the past as being better, if we simply just have too many options right now, or if the overall quality genuinely is terrible right now, but I wanted so badly for this show to be incredible, and it sadly is not very good. However, that desperate optimism leads to my final big L to hold this year, and that is looking like it might be the newly announced Witcher 4. I made a video about that in another game recently, and it's alright. Hot topic videos like that are rough because that video is not incorrect mostly, but another day would have really smoothed out the language and sharpened the point. Anyway, the news cycle does not wait, and, it's a solid okay. But toward the end of that one, I was giving a pass to the studio behind Witcher 4, despite a few oddities in the trailer, because they've delivered great products before and have fixed their broken ones. I was very excited to play as Ciri in the new game. There are so many cool things to do with her powers. It would be so unique. It'd be a fresh direction for the series. However, I have not been paying close enough attention to the studio, and they are not the same people over there that made The Witcher 3, which I think is so fantastic. For example, I never saw this video of theirs detailing their approach to ESG.
I would like to present our strategic approach to ESG issues in the context of our business. This approach reflects our identity and our values. It also takes into consideration the interests of our stakeholders.
Damn it! What about us? The people who play the games? If you're ever wondering why everyone instantly craps on every new thing, there it is, right there. When you're optimistic about anything, you get let down. Life sucks and then you die, kids.
Nah. He's got hair on his nugs. He's old enough to hear this.
And now, I'm on video saying, personally, the only thing this trailer made me feel was excited that they're making another Witcher game. It'll depend on the gameplay and more details, but I think in a week or so, this won't be talked about anymore, and this game will sell just fine. But that's not all. The lore designer for the game hates the audience. Kian Mayer has years of tweets about the racist, transphobic, alt-right gamers that he's trying to sell this game to. And this isn't some rando voice actor like Ghost of Yotai or Yotei. Anyway, probably like an idiot, I'm still hopeful for that one. Nope, this guy is the head lore designer, and he thinks the audience is a bunch of knuckle-dragging weirdos and wants to teach them a lesson, wants to punch them! In addition, the game's director said that having Ciri as the main character will allow them to explore sexism in the game world. I just want to like things. Please let me like things. That has been explored so much in the previous games. It's established. Everybody hates and mistrusts Witchers, right? That is a big point in the game and the books. And I swear to God, if they write a bunch of dialogue where obvious chud stand-ins talk down to Ciri and call her like honey and sweetie, and they're just ham-fistedly misogynistic, and the game acts as though she's the only one who ever gets spoken to that way, I hate being wrong. Just on principle, I didn't do enough homework on the company, and I didn't pay attention to the news headlines and all that, but I also hate being wrong about things that I want to be good. Please stop screwing up good stuff. Anyway, those are my L's to hold this year. Honestly, looking back, it really wasn't too bad this year, probably because I knew that I would be making this video annually, so I double-checked more. I did have a big W this year, and that is engaging with more of you. The channel simply does not work without you, and I appreciate you guys commenting, correcting, giving me different perspectives and suggestions for quality entertainment out there. Thank you for a great year, and I'll see you next time. Oh, you know what? If I can get this out before the 31st, I can say, and I'll see you next year.